Welcome back to Digi Bros.
Yeah.
We're in Forest 2.
Hopefully by now, from the last 2 episodes, you have a good enough idea of what the hell we're doing.
Maybe.
That we don't have to just explain ourselves the whole time.
This is a game about breaking boxes. We're travelers.
Yeah.
We're exploring this world. We're breaking all the boxes. That's all you need to
we're
know.
a team of
Did you just grab
carnies.
that Barda?
I don't
Oh no,
know.
that's mine. Sweet. I got the ice spell. Now I have to put it on my...
Using that is basically like using a TM in Pokemon. Like, you find things that teach you a new attack.
The attacks will have different levels. So it goes up to level 10 and gets stronger.
Right.
When you find the better version.
You know, it's funny because in my mind, PSO is like the simplest game
But
ever. But when you explain it, there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, it's not just like ultra simple, you know? And it's very unique, so if you haven't played it before, you wouldn't really understand everything that's going on.
Well, I mean, like, the actual what you're doing is walk up to the enemy, press A 3 times, but, like, what you're trying to accomplish, or, like, how you're accomplishing it is a lot more... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Get the fuck off me.
I would
Get
say...
your hands off of my woman, motherfucker!
I was gonna say, the major appeal of Phantasy Star games, especially for me and Shade, is that there's really cool weapons when you get to a really high level. Which means, at least I really have not gotten to a high enough level in Phantasy Star. Because the level cap in this game is level 200, and I've probably never gotten past like level 45 or so. So it's like,
I
we've only scratched
like
the surface of a...
70 before.
Maybe Shade. Shade had played a lot more on his own.
When we were doing GameCube chats, didn't you and Brandon get like really far? Like
we didn't get. I don't think we got to level 70 though.
Yeah, maybe
but it was further than I'd ever gone.
Brandon's been to the level cap, right, with his friend?
I think so.
Or he's been
He
close.
has claimed as such, yes.
Yeah, our friend Tolentino.
But it's basically when you reach certain levels, you get to new difficulties, and so you just run the same missions over again on a higher level. But then when you get to the over level 80, you get ultimate mode, which changes all of the monsters are changed to be different, and so they're like cooler, and you get all kinds of cool weapons and shit that I've only looked at on...
I didn't even know about ultimate mode.
You know about ultimate mode?
No.
You had to have known about ultimate mode. It's in every game.
It gets really hard at the end.
Yeah, all the monsters change the way they look at ultimate mode.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting information.
And you get new weapons, and I've only ever just looked at them online and like dreamed.
Right.
Which I wanted to say, the funny thing about all of these games is that the way I play them, if I actually played the game as much as I did like dick around looking at shit I don't have, like I'd be way further in the games because I spend so much time, especially in
when
universe.
When you say these games, do you just mean the Phantasy Star?
The Phantasy Star games in general, but it's like in Universe and Phantasy Star Online too.
We've not played the old RPGs.
Yeah, not those ones.
Phantasy Star.
I have them on the GBA, and I did not like them.
Yeah.
But there's an auction house where players sell their weapons, and I spend so much time in there looking for the new weapons I can afford and like the different like stat bonuses and things, and just like researching weapons. And I probably spent more hours doing that than I have actually playing the game, especially in Universe. Because I'd go on the website and look at weapons, I'd go on the thing and look at weapons, and like calculate how many more level ups I needed until I could use that weapon. And then it's just like, I could actually afford and use the weapons if I played the game. But no, I just spent all my time looking for a new weapon, and every time I leveled up, I'd go and see if I could like get the new weapons. It's very ridiculous. But I love weapons.
I'm glad we have like it's funny, we have so much history with this game.
Yes.
Like, I wonder
it's funny because some of our commenters were like, "Oh, I like to hear about Conrad and Victor's stories from the past." I'm like, "Well, this game will have plenty of those."
Yeah, like, I mean, it's stuff that maybe isn't as relatable, like when we were talking about going in and out of that portal, but like that is such a like nostalgic thing. Like, why? Who would do that? But a bunch of dumb fucking kids. But of course we did. Like, because it's there. It's a thing that's in the game.
And it's a 4-player game, and you're a kid, so it's more about fucking each other over than it is about playing the game. It's like Mario Party or something.
It's one of those things that's like,
you're a bored kid.
I don't know if I'd say it was a good thing or a bad thing that the game had it, but it's definitely a noteworthy thing because it totally affected the way we play.
Yes, and we'd spend so much time doing that.
Yeah.
Like, it's another one of the
like
things.
to the point that it was infuriating.
Yeah.
We all get pissed off at each other and be like, "Get in the fucking
if
portal."
we just played the game as much as we did fuck around in the game, we'd have gotten much further. And we used to like. There was one time we used to have this giant TV in the living room that was it was like before widescreens, so it was like a giant square TV. And we were playing the game, and we'd cover up 3 of the squares on 4-player mode, and we were playing hide and seek. So we would have one person close their eyes, everyone goes and hides, and then we covered up the squares, and then the person who's in had to go and find the other players. And we just played hide and seek in this game.
Oh my god, what did we cover up the screen with?
With a blanket in our bodies. It was stupid.
Oh my
It didn't work at all.
I think I do remember.
Yes,
that
we
must have
played
been like
Phantasy
one
Star
time.
hide and seek.
There's
I
no
think
way
it
we
was
did that
twice.
multiple
I don't know.
So okay, wait. So in case, because I was having a hard time imagining what you were describing, but it's because it's 4-player split screen.
Yes.
So we're covering up everyone else's screen.
Yeah, except for the person who's in, and then they have to go and find
the other
guys.
people wherever they are.
Yes.
Wow, that is fucking weird.
It's incredibly stupid.
I mean,
it's one of those
there's
where
a
it's your
finite
favorite
number
game.
of places that
you
the
don't
person
want to
could be.
play it, but you want to play it, so you're
Right.
gonna do something stupid like hide and seek in the game.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Yes.
I would never have remembered that.
Dude,
like,
how could you
I would
forget
have
that, man?
never, like, I don't have any memory of it. I'm just picturing what it must have looked like, you know? Like, picturing that house and that TV.
Yeah, I can still, that's all of my most nostalgic memories of the house we used to live in when we had this game are of playing this game.
Yeah. I don't know, I remember a lot of stuff, but I was a little older.
And Animal Crossing. No, we got that in the house before, but we kept playing it in that.
This was the house where I turned 13. This is when I got big into anime. For me, I
give
remember
so much
more
backstory.
anime stuff.
I feel like we should talk about the fact that we lived in 700 houses in our fucking life.
We lived in 18 houses, I think.
18 houses.
That was one of the ones we lived in for 2 years. That was like a long time house.
Yes, that was a longer time house.
By far the longest we've ever lived in one house is this one.
I went through the end of 3rd grade, or no.
I
the
started
end of
school.
4th grade, and then all of 5th grade, and then the beginning of 6th grade was in that house.
The beginning of...
Yes,
yeah.
The beginning of 6th grade for me.
Okay, yeah, I started in 6th
because
grade.
Because that had
its
own fucking fun story about how I didn't end up learning to play the trumpet.
Oh my god, I forgot you tried to play trumpet once.
See, the story with that, we're gonna get so many stories. The story with that is that when I entered middle school, I wanted to take band, and I really wanted to play the drums, because I thought the drums were the coolest thing ever. And so I went and took sixth grade band class, and like they kept telling everyone, oh, you don't want to play the drums because everyone wants to do that, and it sucks for like years because you're just playing fucking nothing with these songs. And so I was like, all right, I won't play the drums. What's the coolest instrument? And so I decided to play the trumpet. And then at this school I was going to, it was really new and nice, and so like they gave you like a nice trumpet to play, and they didn't make you practice at home or anything, and it was like I was really enjoying it. And then we moved, and I went to a different school, and they made me buy my own trumpet, which was like this green, like ugly, like rusted thing from a thrift store that was like the worst thing ever, and it tasted nasty. And then like the band instructor was a dick, and it was this giant class, and then like he made you practice like 30 hours a week at home or some shit, and so I failed band.
Well, I
did not play the trumpet beyond the 6th grade. There's that story. Conrad's dead.
Yeah, if I had to give advice to parents, don't move your kids around. I don't think our parents ever understood how much that like would like just completely destroy everything we were doing.
Because for me, it's like it happened so many times that I'd never really like thought about it that much.
Because you grew up with it.
Exactly. It just seemed normal to me. Like I assumed that most people did that, you know?
No, because everyone I talked to growing up was always like they lived there their whole fucking life.
Yeah.
You know,
I didn't realize that until I was like in high school, where I was like, wait, people don't do this? It's weird.
You see, this is where I have officially fucked up.
Because you spent all your money on...
Yes, I've used all the Monomates, and now I just lost all my money because I died, and I don't have any money to buy Monomates.
Nice.
So the only recourse I have is if I have enough items to sell that I can make some money off of.
Yeah, this is how you quickly fuck yourself in this game. Because you start off and it's just very difficult. You have no money because we're playing on multiplayer.
Right. Oh yeah, and for some reason when you die, your item unequips. I don't know why that's a thing.
Just to be as tedious as possible.
But yeah. So I'm gonna sell my old sword.
So if you die in this game, you can revive your teammates if you have an
you
item.
Have a cane +2? Do you need a cane +2?
Oh yeah, give me that.
Alright. Give me something in exchange.
Do you want my cane
yes.
normal?
Just give me whatever you have that I can get rid of and sell.
Yeah, friendship, teamwork, bartering.
Yeah. See, interesting stuff, right? How many games would we do this in? Like, how many like multiplayer console games would we do this in? Because I don't think of this as an MMO. I think of this as a multiplayer console game. Yeah. That's how we've always played it, and like, I think it's really interesting to think of that way. Like, you know, people would probably say, well,
because it was a lobby-based MMO in the first place, so you probably would play in 4-player parties. And enter these lobbies like this.
I just think it's fascinating to think that they actually made a home console 4-player version of this game.
Yeah.
You know, like, how many games exist like this? How many MMO but for like, because it's kind of like a Gauntlet or like Champions of Norath type thing, but
different. I'd be so happy if there were more 4-player games like this than like those, because the only 4-player games you can find are the ones like that.
Right.
Or it's Diablo 3 on the PS3.
Right, which is not as fun.
Just fun, but it's annoying, and you don't get your own screen, and I hate that. Even though this game still limits you, like, you have to go to the portals all at the same time and things like that. But
yeah, but I'm fine with that. Like, I feel like that just increases your sort of group
At least
mentality.
You have your freedom to wander.
Oh, get the fuck out of there, buddy!
Oh, hell no. You gonna come fucking help me, or are you gonna go get items?
I was already on my way to get items.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go get items too. The drama of this game.
I figured you were just gonna escape. But look, I'm desperate, man. I lost everything in the war.
Okay, now they're fucking chasing us.
We're
stuck in a room.
Now. They don't.
Funneling enemies is certainly a strategy of this game.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's 4 of them. I need to get them in a cramped hallway and pick them off one by one.
Yeah, man, Kenshin. Learned that shit from Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, deaths.
As a kid, there's an episode of Rurouni Kenshin where Yahiko wants to fight for this girl. Yahiko's the little kid. He's like 13.
Yes.
And there was this girl he liked, and she was like in with like some kind of debt collectors or something, and like Yahiko wants Kenshin to train him to fight them, and Kenshin's like, oh, I can't teach you my techniques. You have to use Kaoru's techniques and stuff. And then he's like,
I do remember this now.
Yeah, because Kenshin's techniques were like too brutal and intense. You know, he was like, Kaoru teaches the kind of swords play that I want people to use, which is the non-killing method. You know, so you should learn from her. And he's like, but Kaoru sucks, and you're awesome. And then Kenshin's like, well, one thing I used to do when I had to fight a group is I would lead them into an alleyway and pick them off one by one. And so he teaches Yahiko to do that, and Yahiko beats up all the gangsters by himself.
Yeah.
He's a little badass.
What a fucking rad kid.
And then in the future, Kenshin has a son, and Yahiko teaches him swords.
Oh, snap, really?
Yeah, and the reflections of EA.
Hello, son, would you like to learn swords?
Yeah, fun stuff. What the fuck were we talking about before I started talking about Kenshin?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
Talking about this game.
Something, I don't know. We're talking about our childhood, man.
How long have we been doing
talking
this
about Days of
for?
Future Past.
I can't even tell.
Long enough, probably, that we're going for shorter episodes, though.
Yeah, well, I was thinking like 15 minutes.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. It's a good stopping point. We got some good stories out in that episode.
Yeah, Days of Future Grass.
Next time on Digi Bros.